Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Brighten-Up-Sunshine, where every day here is a new beginning. Hopefully you guys are doing great. I've not did a live in a while, so I had a little bit of time and hanging out with some animals this morning. So if anyone hears little puppies in the background, hopefully I don't have to go. Everybody went to potty before I started this video, but I'll wait for some of you to get on here. I really wanted to talk to you today about our mindset. So I was doing some paintings and getting some things going around this morning, and it really made me think about something that quietly controls everything. Of course, I have to be talking about none other than our mindset. Now, it's not our circumstances so much, not even our bank account, and definitely not our past, but the way we think about it all that really matters the most. So let me say this very clearly. Your mindset is the filter through which you experience the entire world. It's not just how you react, it's what you expect. It determines how you get up after you fall down. And we all, sometime or another, fall down. How you face your fear, how you treat people, and even how, and most importantly, how you treat yourself. We've all heard that quote, right, from Yoda? The quote, the famous quote, do or do not. There's no try. Well, it sounds simple, right? But that's a mindset in action. When you approach something with a try mindset, you're already preparing an exit or a maybe or this probably ain't going to work. But when your mindset is do, you engage fully in it. It's like you go all the way in. It's kind of like drilling for oil. You can drill on the surface for oil a little bit. I've heard this said before. And you probably ain't going to get anything. And if you do, it's probably going to be a lot of sludge. Or you can go all in for the oil. You can sit out there. You can get the oil rig. You can drill really, really deep. Go all in. Try this, try that. Keep going because you know it is not failure. It's just one more way it did not work. So then you retool and you do it again. It's the same way like going for oil. You have to just go really, really deep and go all in like Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. You just have to go all in. And that's what I mean when I say that it's like that quote from Yoda. You really have to make up your mind that there's no other alternative. See, fear is the thing that will stop most of us because we have the fear of other people's thoughts of us. We have fear of our own thoughts or our own past failures. And that's where you have to reframe those fears. And you have to train your brain like you train your body. It's like one candy bar is not going to make us overweight. And one workout session is not going to make us lose weight. And one time that you hear things on your brain is not going to really change that big of a difference. So you have to hear things on your brain consistently. And then you have to reframe your brain because your brain is that important. Our mindset is that important that it actually has more to do with our life than even our physicalness. So, sounds simple, right? But it's actually mindset in action when you think about the do or do not. There's no try. It's diving really deep in and you're saying, I'm getting the oil out of the ground no matter what. We're buying an oil rig. When you approach something with that try mindset, though, what are you doing? Like I said, you're preparing for an exit or a maybe this won't happen, maybe this will. So don't, when you really want something, don't even think of an exit. Just be like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to fail my way to success. And I think that is the key takeaway. Fail my way to success. Engage fully. Here's the truth. Most people don't talk about. You can have the talent, the opportunity, the support, and still sabotage it with the wrong mindset. You can say, I'll never get it. I'll never get better at that. And that becomes your reality. You can say, I don't have time, and your time disappears. You can say, I'm just not that type of person. And you fill in the blank. But you're talking negative to yourself. And guess what? You will actually make that happen. You never become that person. But here's the flip side, and it's a beautiful side. And it's how we're created in God's image, unlike other things out there. And animals, like they say dogs, they actually look at you like you're just another dog. They don't even know they're a dog. They just think you're part of the pack. But we have a mindset that we haven't really been trained how to use. And I definitely am no expert at it. I'm still being educated on it myself. And that's where I say you have to train your brain more than you train your body. It's that important in your life. I want to thank everybody for showing up here. I just want to say hey to all of you here on this live. I haven't done a live in a while, so I just want to thank you and tell you that I do thank you. And hopefully that I will add a little value to your life today by making you just think about how important your brain is and your mindset, your mind. What are you thinking? Stop the stinking thinking, right? And talk good and positive over yourself. That's the flip side, the beautiful side. Unlike the animals, that we can actually catch ourselves thinking those negative thoughts, going back to the Yoda quote, and you can stop yourself and reframe it. You can say, guess what? This is not failure. This is one more way it did not work. And I can figure out another way, I'll jump in and do it this way. If that don't work, I'll jump in and do it that way. But if you give up, that's 100% complete that you didn't go deep enough. You didn't drill deep enough. You didn't really make up your mindset. A growth mindset is really important. And so if you're going to study about the brain this week, I'm going to suggest that you do some growth mindset videos. Look at them. There's a lot of them out there. There's so much information out there that we've not even tapped the surface of it. And now we have AI too. And it's like you can learn so much about our brain. So a growth mindset says things like, I'm learning, I'm not failing. It's one more way that it didn't work, but I'll keep going. Every delay is not a denial. It's actually development. You could say, this is hard, but I got it. I can do hard things. Just by simply saying that, instead of just staying on, this is hard, it's like you feel that energy, because we've all had those things where they're hard to do and we just want to give up. But you can say, this is hard, but I can do hard things. So that's a growth mindset. I might not be there yet, but guess what? I'm on my way, and that's okay. It's not about pretending. It's not about being fake or just being all positive. It's about being resilient and intentional and faithful. It's about recognizing that the battle often starts in the mind long before it ever reaches the real world. So if you're in a tough season, if you're tempted to give up, don't just change what you're doing, change what you're thinking. Ask yourself, am I speaking life or limitation over myself? Am I letting fear lead, or am I standing in faith? Am I setting the tone or letting the world set the tone for me? Because your mindset is not just a mental habit, it's a spiritual posture. It says, I trust what God put in me. It says, I believe what He said about me. It says, this is not where my story ends. So let me leave you with this. If you think like a victim, you will feel powerless. If you think like a warrior, you will feel strength. If you think like a child of God, you will walk with boldness and peace and purpose. So protect your mind, because your mind is a holy, sacred place. It's holy ground, and it really is. So this is the time I had to visit with you guys today. I gotta run, but I wanted to just leave you with that. And remember, the sun always rises. And I'll see you in the next video. Again, thanks guys. This is the first live in a while, so hopefully you guys are all doing good. I appreciate it.